Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Franz Rosenthal, a Jewish academic, in his well-known, renowned book, Knowledge Triumphant, says that the Islamic civilization is characterized by ilm, or knowledge, and that there is no civilization in history that has focused on the circulation, transmission, and production of knowledge than Islam. Esteemed judges and my dear beloved audience, it brings me great pleasure on this auspicious occasion to divulge to you some of the secrets of the importance of knowledge in Islam. Imam al-Ghazali, in his spiritual autobiography, Al-Munqidh min al-Dhalal, he says, طَلَبْتُ الْعِلْمَ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ فَأَبَى الْعِلْمُ أَنْ يَكُونَ إِلَّا لِلَّهِ. I sought knowledge, not for the divine, not for Allah, not for His face, but ilm, knowledge itself, ended up becoming the pursuit of the divine itself. No single tradition in the entirety of human history, whether it's Chinese, Confucian, Buddhist, Jainic, Hinduism, or any other tradition, they always saw knowledge as the means of seeking the divine. And that is very much the essence of Islam too. In fact, another verse which is attributed to Al-Ghazali, he says, وَفِي كُلِّ شَيْءٍ آيَةٌ تَدُلُّ عَلَىٰ أَنَّهُ وَاحِدٌ. In everything there is a sign that points that He is one. And why do we look at signboards? Do we look at signboards to see the texture, the color? No, obviously the signboards point to something beyond the sign, right? And this entire universe is a realm of symbols. Each and everything in the created universe points to the oneness of the Creator. And that is why, come on, think of one invention that changed the modern world. One Muslim invention that changed the modern world. Al-Khwarizmi, from Abu Musa al-Khwarizmi, is the person who came up with algorithm, and it's in fact taken from his name, Al-Khwarizm. That is such a fundamental unit of the cybernetic world around us. He was born in modern day Uzbekistan, and he was appointed as the chief of the Bait al-Hikmah, the house of wisdom, under Caliph al-Ma'mun. At the same time, do you all remember sitting back in maths class and going through ax square plus bx plus c? Who was the first to crack quadratic equations? None other than Al-Khwarizmi. And also, what about algebra, finding about the values of x? Who came up with that? In Al-Jabr wal-Muqabala, Abu Musa al-Khwarizmi talks about this, and that is from his kitab's name, Al-Jabr, that we have the word algebra. And this is the same. What about how we see? We see when light forms images on the retina. But long back, people thought that the eyes emitted light, and this was the intermission theory proposed by Aristotle. But it was Ibn al-Haytham, the optician from Basra, Iraq, who first said that the images are formed in the retina and not that the lights are emitted from the eyes. And also, how did the West learn to count? In fact, the Arabic numerals were introduced to the West through the works of Al-Khwarizmi. And to reach the pinnacle, the apex stage of it all, Ibn Sina, what a wonderful giant. He was a maestro in ontology, mathematics, physics, logic, philosophy. In fact, his work Al-Qanun, the Canon, was used as a textbook, as the sole reference in late 18th century medieval Western Europe. And not only that, we see that the Quran says, سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْأَفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَهُمْ أَنَّهُ الْحَقِّ. We will show them the signs, see signs again, in the horizons and within themselves, until they come to know that this is the haqq, this is the truth. And this is why ilm, knowledge, is so profoundly emphasized in the religion of Islam. طَلَبُ الْعِلْمِ فَرِيضَةٌ عَلَى كُلِّ مُسْلِمٍ. The seeking of knowledge is incumbent upon every man and every woman. And this is why the religion of Islam has focused so much that its identity has become intertwined with the seeking of ilm. مَنْ يُرِدِ اللَّهُ بِهِ خَيْرًا يُفَقِّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. Whoever for Allah intends the best, they become, He easens the path or to seeking knowledge for them. And in fact, it is so important for us as Muslims to cultivate a methodological naturalism. What I mean by this huge jargon is that we look at things and we understand to look at them empirically and scientifically. In fact, Ibn al-Haytham was the person who laid the foundation of the scientific method. So we need to look at them, but we need to not stop at the causes. We should see who is the causes, or who is the causer of these causes, who is the musabbib al-asbab. And only then we will not get lost in the experimentation and the scientific observation and conclude that the material world is all that exists. So we need to view the entire world as a sign, as a symbol of the divinity of the Creator, of His oneness. And this is the beauty of Islam, because no matter what knowledge, what branch of knowledge you're involved in, you're indulged in, at the end of the day, it is all for the one and only. Jazakumullahu khairan listimaikum wastifadatikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.